Yeah, welcome back, friends, on this episode of part 3 of the series of videos in creating a Linux server. So in this part 3 we will be installing Oracle on the server we created in the part 2 of the video. So here is our server. Before we left, the very last thing we did on the last video was to run the update of the server. So as you can see here, update is completed, so our server is up and running good. So I'm gonna close this. Yes, close the terminal. Yeah, so let me do if config to get a IP address. Our IP address is right here, so we're not going to be using the server directly, so we'll be using PuTTY to connect to the server, because in this part 3 we are going to run some parameters, some pre-installations, all these packages. We are going to run them, so you just need to copy and paste here. But so we're gonna connect to our server using PuTTY. So open up PuTTY right here. Yeah, so we're gonna enter the IP address or the host name. Either of them works well, so I'm gonna use the IP address. Will be 192 or 168, and there'll be a 0 and there'll be a 34. So I'm gonna delete this. This is I'm not sure about this. Okay, so we're gonna give a name to that connection. It's gonna be test user 1. So and the port will be 22, and that will be SSH, and we're gonna save that, and this is a 1 here, and then we open. So we're gonna accept that, yes. So we're gonna log in now to our server. So enter the username, this user, this is 1, and we enter the password. Boom. So we are connected to our server. So I'm gonna minimize the main server itself, and we're gonna be working with PuTTY here. So we'll be working on PuTTY to access our server. So that's it. So I'm gonna change the color, kind of dark here. Let me change the color to the background color to white. So I'm gonna go to change settings. Oh, it's open up on this other screen, so I'm gonna pull it right here. So we go to colors, and then we want to check this box, use system colors, and then we want to scroll here all the way down to ANSI whiteboard, and then click apply. Good. So we have a better view here than we had before. So I'm gonna clear the screen. So let's go now on our steps here. So we're gonna install Oracle. So what we have here is a pre-installed package to set environment for Oracle installation, manual setup. So Oracle can be set up. This installation, the pre-installation can be done automatically or manually. So we are gonna do it manually. So we're gonna, as root user, so whatever thing we're gonna do, we're gonna switch to root user. switch user root, and that's gonna be password and procedure. Okay, so we are now using or login as a root user. So the first step, open this file. We're gonna open this file and add the following lines. So we're gonna open this file and add all of these lines. So the file is in the ctl/start. So we're gonna do cd into /etl etc Google list there. So we've got a lot of stuff here, so we're gonna do cd. Now we're gonna use let me clear this stuff. There's a bunch of stuff here. So we're gonna do vi. We're gonna open that file vics ctl.conf. Good. So we have the file open, and so we're gonna enter the insert mode, and then we navigate all the way down and to the end and down, and then we're gonna copy all of these. Paste and just save the file. Good. So that is step 1. We're going to go to step 2. Step 2 says run the following command to change the current the current kernel parameters. So we're gonna run this command. So we just copy it and then paste it over there. Copy and then paste and then enter. That's it. So we go now to the next step, step 3. Step 3 say open this file. We're gonna open this file and add the following lines. We're gonna add all of these lines. So we're gonna copy this and then we're gonna open that file. So do a vi good. So we're gonna enter the insert mode and then we navigate all the way down. Good. We give some space here. So we copy this guy. Copy the whole of these parameters. And then we paste it here. Then we save the file. Good. So we are going to next step, step 4. Step 4 says install the following packages. So we're gonna install all these packages. Note, this will install all the necessary 32-bit packages for 11.2.0.1. From 11.2.0.2 and above, many of these are unnecessary, but having them present does not cause any problem though. So we're gonna copy all of these packages and sorry, I'm gonna go all the way here. Yeah, copy all of this and then we paste it here. Yeah, so this is gonna take a little while, so I'm gonna pause the video a little bit and we'll be back. Okay, yeah, so all the packages have been installed, as you can see here, complete. everything is good. So we are going to go the next step, step 5. Step 5 says create the following groups and users. So we're going to create the following groups. So I'm going to clear the screen here a little bit so we see. Oh, right. Yeah, so we're going to run this, all of these, to create all these groups and users. So good, everything is set. So we are done with step 5. We are done with step 5. So we are going to step 6. Step 6 says create user oracle and set the password as follows. So we're gonna copy this statement and run it to create the user oracle and its password. So it prompts for the password, so I'm gonna give the password yeah, authentication, everything has been taken. So we are done with part 6. We're going next to part 7. Part 7 say edit this file. So we're gonna edit this file. So the edit we are gonna do is we're gonna change this parameter and set it to this. So we're gonna set it into this directory, path, and then we open that file. So copy this and paste here. cd into that, and then we do that. So that's a file. So we're gonna open that file vi 20. So we enter insert mode and then navigate. So that's a file. We're gonna edit this file. So what I will do is I will just comment this. I will comment this parameter, and then I will copy. I will copy this and I'll copy this and then paste it there. Yeah. So that's it. It's set. So I'm gonna save the file. Good. So we are done with step 7. We're going to step 8. Step 8 says open the Linux config. So we are gonna open this file. Open this file, making sure the Linux flag is set to permissive. By default it's set to enforcing. Change it to permissive. Note the first one up, not the one down. So we're gonna open this file, copy this, and then we're gonna vi and then paste that, and then so this is a file. So we're gonna enter insert mode and then we navigate down. So there are two, set the first one up, not the one down. So we're gonna change that from enforcing to permissive. all set. So we're gonna save the file. That's it. So we go to the next step. The next step will be step 9. And what is it saying? If you change the default host name of the server during configuration, that is localhost.local domain, then open the host file and replace localhost.local domain with the name you gave the server. So remember, we changed the server name from a localhost.local domain during the configuration. We're gonna open the host file and enter our new host name there. So let's see our current host name. We type host name. So this our current host name is test.domain. So we're gonna open this file. What is that? The host file. So we're gonna do vi /etc/hosts. Good. So we on the, let me see. Yeah, it said, or just add the IP address and the host name of the server to the host file. So this one is recommended. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the host name and the IP address here. The IP address, I'm gonna enter insert mode. The IP address of our server, is 192.168.0.32. That was 34. Yeah. Then we have the host name, which is this.domain. That's it. Yeah, just add the IP address and the host name of the server to the host file. So we just added that, this.domain. So we're gonna save this file. That's it. So we go to the next step, step 11, or sorry, step 10. No, there's something down here. We are missing something. Once the change is complete, restart the server. So we are going to restart the server. We'll exit. Let me see the server. It's like we have some open files. Okay, yeah, let me close this window and I'm gonna close PuTTY, exit, close all the connections, and then restart the server. So I'm gonna click here and then take power and then restart. Good. Now our server is restarted. So you can see now we have user Oracle. We have two users. This is our first user, and now we have user Oracle. So we are going to what's next here. Step 10. If you have the Linux firewall enabled, as follows. Okay, if you have, sorry about that. If you have the Linux firewall enabled, then disable it as follows. Disable it as follows. So as root user, so we're gonna come back to that. So let's launch our Oracle user, and so we're gonna give the password. What's password was that? Did I get it right? Okay, boom, I got it. So let's set up the environment for our new user Oracle, because it's got a lot of work to do. Yeah, so click next here, everything next, turn off the location service, next, skip. Yeah, close this. Okay, so we log in now as our user Oracle. Let's verify that. So we didn't do LL. So we see now we have Oracle here, and our install group, and everything is good. So we'll go back. We'll leave this window alone, our server alone, and then we'll go back to PuTTY. Make a copy of that, copy, and then I'll paste it there, and we did this part. I will just put the machine name is test dot domain, test dot domain. So we're gonna run this, copy, and then paste here, and then enter. Access unable to open display. So we're gonna run it on the main server since the display is not set yet. So I'm gonna do it right on the server. So open a terminal and then switch user, and no. So I'm gonna do xhost xhost add this dot domain. Okay, it has been added. So I'm gonna go back and PuTTY. So go to step 13. Step 13 say login as the user Oracle. So we already logged in as Oracle. Open the .bash profile. So we're gonna edit the environmental variable for Oracle user. So open the .bash profile, and we're gonna add all of these variables on the .bash profile. So we're going to switch user Oracle, and release, and then cd clean stuff. So we're gonna do cd into .bash profile, cd into we're not cd, sorry, vi.bash profile. So here we go. So we're gonna enter the insert mode, and then navigate down to the end and down, and we'll copy. So we're gonna edit the following to your actual. So these are the parameters. The unique name that I have here will be different from your own based on what you choose in the seed system identifier, and host name, and the product version, which in my case is version 12.2.0.1. You might be installing 12.1.2 or whatever. So you wanna edit that if at all you're gonna use the same .bash profile. So here everything looks good for me. What I'm gonna change is the already, yeah, already have the host name here, test.domain, the Oracle host name, test.domain, and the Oracle base is set to u01/that, and we have the Oracle home, all this, and we have the Oracle seed. Yeah, everything is set, everything is good for me. So if you want to use the same .bash profile base, you want to check on this thing, the unique name, the seed, the host name. My host name will not be the same with yours, so we're gonna copy all of this and copy and then paste it here, so everything looks good. So we're gonna save the file, copy and paste, and then save the file. Good, so we've saved that. So that is done with step 13. Oh, step 14 says in the following line replace your host name with the actual host name. So set the display environment variable display, so your host name. So I'm gonna replace this with my host name. I'm just gonna make a copy of this, so copy and then we'll give a space here and then paste it, and then I will just do this.domain, so then run the statement as root. So I'm gonna go to my server. I'm already my server as root, so right now I've not sent a clipboard copy and paste clipboard. I've not activated that one, so I can't copy actually from the host machine to the server. So seems like I'm still gonna use putty here. Oh no, let me take this one. I'm still gonna use putty here, but I'm gonna switch user and I'll take yeah, so the display is set. So so that's the end. So we are down to the end. So this is the end of this video, part 3 of the of our project, which is installing a Linux server on a VirtualBox or virtual machine, and creating a server and installing Oracle software that we have just set the environment. So we're going to end this video right here. See you in the next episode of this series of videos. So please, again, if you are enjoying the video, please just kindly subscribe, and that will really encourage me to do more. Thank you. See you in the next movie. Bye bye.